Hello my fellow Ebinskis. Today's video will go over Chobits and the future of technology. Today's video is, did Chobits predict the future of technology? For starters, Chobits was written in the early 2000s by the all-women mangaka group Clamp. The ones who are responsible for making Kakyoin lay an egg. Yeah, those ones. It is a rom-com seinen manga series, which got an adaptation in April of 2002. By Madhouse, the ones responsible for animating Death Note, One Punch Man, Hunter x Hunter, Black Lagoon, and Cardcaptor Sakura, and many more. By the way, side note, this video is not inherently endorsing nor criticizing the use of AI. This is just me talking about the technology itself. Chobits is set in 2026 Japan. In the world of Chobits, there are humanoid robot buddies called Persicoms. Persicoms are mostly used for chores, but they can also speak to you and even learn. The main character, Hideki, who is a total loser and I hate him, finds a strange Persicom in a garbage pile outside. Hideki picks it up and takes it inside. Yada yada hijinks, blah blah blah, she's a strange Persicom called a Chobit. Anyways, she starts out as only being able to say chi, but learns how to speak later on, over time, using practice. We also see, from how she reacts to receiving a book as a gift, emotions from her. This is a thing that only is really found in Chobits. Well, this degree of emotion, because, you know, she's a strange Persicom, also known as a Chobit. Anyways, I will go over how Persicoms work, and then modern technology, and compare it to how it is in the show. How fast tech is developing, where it might be in 2026, and then compare it to what we have. AI language models have already reached the point of easy-flowing conversation. This checks the able to talk to it box. I'm gonna ramble about how Persicoms work, or maybe how I think Persicoms work, slightly more in detail now. We learn with Persicoms that you almost always need some sort of software to go with it that can help it do certain tasks, like writing documents, managing a cash register, or even cleaning a house. But other than that, Persicoms come built in with a learning software that can help it do some tasks without the need for special software. Hypothetically, one could just not get any software and essentially brute force its learning. But I digress. Persicoms are everywhere in Tokyo, and with a large amount of people owning them as helpers, there are even mobile units that can function with smaller tasks like printing and writing and connecting to the internet. Persicoms can also access the internet, which feels like a given for any new technology in the 2020s, but to me, the most impressive part about Persicoms is the robust mobility that they have, effectively matching a human in grace and precision. Yes, being able to have an entire conversation with them, and the fact they appear to be at least semi-self-aware, and being able to understand when you aren't speaking to them directly are all impressive, but I'm gonna gush over their motor movement systems. Like the true Giga Chad I am, we see Chi and other full-sized Persicoms being able to walk, talk, and mimic movements of other people. For some odd reason, the mobile units move like cartoon characters, but I will chalk that up to a comedic representation of their actual movements. In 2025, humanoid robot companions are already in the works. Charlie, Moist Critical, has already done a video about it recently. Check that out. Only if you're old enough, though. He makes some pretty not kid-friendly content. Some can walk around and perform simple chores, although with the grace of a clumsy anime girl. But worry not, ChatGPT has only released over 2 years ago, and yet the sophistication of this technology keeps making larger leaps than the last, which makes me think maybe motor function technology will do the same. We often take for granted how fast technology develops. What was once AI that could barely put together a coherent story in 2020, I'm referring to Infrikit here, has now blossomed into something that can easily be mistaken as human, as terrifying as that may be. But anyway, now to look at more practical technology, as it correlates to how Persicoms move. Amika, I did not look up the pronunciation, is a robot that's capable of walking, dancing, and even drawing. Amika was released in 2021, and technology keeps improving. That's my selling point for this video. Also, find it funny how 2021 was already 4 years ago? Feel old yet? So let's go over what a Persicom can do, and then compare it to current tech, and see if we can come up with a prediction for 2026. Persicoms can perform practical tasks, use the internet and email, read, write, recognize people, understand directions, and learn and show emotions. Current technology can perform practical tasks, use internet and email, read, write, recognize people, understand directions, and learn. Wait, I sense a roadblock. How are we going to program emotions into technology? Don't ask me if I knew I'd be a billionaire already. But to be fair, it is mostly Chi that exhibits emotions to a significant level. Basic fear is something that Sumomo, the mobile unit, has been capable of showing, which makes sense because fear itself is just a self-preservation reaction. I'd argue it would be the easiest emotion to program into an artificial intelligence. But anyways, Chi is a Chobit, not a regular Persicom. Essentially, this means that we can't use conventional standards for technology because she isn't considered conventional tech even in her world. So, did Chobits predict the future of technology? As in, does Chobits represent the near future of technology well? I say that we cannot be 100% certain, but it does look like modern day tech could eventually reach what we see in Chobits by 2026. Don't hold your breath though, none of this is guaranteed. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, have a wonderful day, and stay groovy.